Let's see the same example with different numbers. A can do the work in 25 days and B can do the work in 15 days here, and again they are working on alternate days. So it is given that A can do the work in 25 days and B can do the same work in 15 days, right? And the way they are working is A is working on first day and B is working on second day, A is working again on third day and B is working on the fourth day. So this is the way they are working. Now the question is, how many days does it take for them to finish the work that way? So again we are going to apply the same concept. So we have to find out the rate at which A is working and B is working. In order to find it out, we have to imagine some work. So what will be a better number? 75 is a good number, right? So 75 units is a good number, so I am taking it. For that matter, you can take any number which is a multiple of these two. Now, if you assume that 75 units is the total amount of work and 25 days A is taking to complete it, then the rate at which A is able to work is 3 units per day, right? And similarly, the rate at which B is working is 75 by 15, which means 5 units per day. Got it? So A will be able to finish 3 units on the first day and B will be able to finish 5 units on the second day. Both of them together, let's call it as one turn, one after the other. Given one turn for A and given one day for A and one day for B, that is what we are calling it as one turn. In one turn, they are able to finish 8 units, isn't it? Therefore, 8 units per turn is what we are getting. So what is the total amount of work we imagine? 75 units of work, right? So in one turn, if you are able to finish 8 units, if you try to divide 75 by 8, it is not exactly a multiple. Till now in the examples, all the examples which we have seen, the total work happened to be a multiple of the turns work, isn't it? But then here it is not a multiple. So what does it mean? I can write total work as 9 into 8 plus 3, 72 plus 3, right? So what does it mean? It means that I can let 9 turns there so that totally 72 units of the work be completed and remaining 3 units will be remaining. Got it? So if you imagine here, if you let this way happen for 9 turns, let us say this is totally 9 turns. 9 turns or 18 days. The total work in this time completed will be equal to 72 units, right? Now how many units will be remaining here? 3 more units will be remaining, right? And those 3 more units have to be completed after this. Now in the last turn also A would have done here and B would have done here, right? Now 3 more units have to be completed and the next turn will be of A's, right? And what is the capacity of A? A can do the work in 3 days. Sorry, 3 units in 1 day. Therefore, if you let A work for 1 more day, he will be able to finish the remaining 3 units of work. Therefore, 72 plus 3, total 75 units of the work will be done in how many days? 18 plus 1, which means the total answer for this is 19 days. In this way, if they work in 19 days, they will be able to finish it off, right? And don't worry about this number. Even if you have taken this as 150, these numbers would have increased, and anyway you will be getting the 19 days as the answer. You could try with various combinations if you like. And now let us imagine that instead of giving it this way, A and B are working on alternate days starting with B. Assume that instead of giving it as starting with A, if it would have been given as starting with B, which means if the sequence would have been like this: B started the work and then A did it. First day, second day, again B, third day, fourth day. So if this is the way they were working, let's try to find out the total number of days required. Now again the same thing. 5 units will be done by B on first day, 3 units will be done by A on the second day. Overall 8 units will be done per turn. Got it? Therefore I could again express 75 as a multiple of 8 plus something. Now 9 turns will definitely be required to finish 9 into 8 units of work, which is 72 units of work, right? Which means, let us assume that these are all the 9 turns, and again 3 units of work has to be done after 9 turns, right? Now what would have happened here? A and B done this way, therefore the last day work is done by B. But here B and A will be doing the work, therefore the last one to finish it will be A, and so the next one to take up that 3 units of work should be B. Now the next one that is going to work on the let's say this is 19th day, right? Yeah, on the 19th day it is B's turn. Now we know that B is able to do 5 units per day, and the total work we have is only 3 units. Got it? See, in one day B is able to do 5 units, right? But we need only 3 units to be done by B. Now how many days do we require? So the amount of time is 3 by 5 days. Got it? If we change the sequence, the answer is going to change based on the capabilities of A and B. Got it? Therefore in this case 18 days are required for 9 turns, but then on the 19th day I don't need the full day, I just need 3 by 5th of the day. Got it? Therefore 18 3 by 5 days is the answer if the sequence would have been changed like this. Instead of AB, if the BA is given, then I could give like this. So what you should understand from this question is, it is not always the case that the total work is going to be an integral multiple of the amount of work that can be done in one turn. In that case, you should be able to express the total work as if it is a multiple of the turns work plus something. Got it? And now you will know how many turns you should let it finish, and the rest of the work which is less than the turns work has to be done by the next member, right? And depending on who started it first, next person has to take it. Right? We shall see more examples on this, you will understand this. Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is, we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. and these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.